Now, we talk about fake news all the time, but what about a fake university? Leah is here with that story that has sparked tensions between the US and India, Leah.
Yeah, it's really an unfortunate story. This fake university was real in the sense that it got a lot of students in trouble, 130 of them to be exact, foreign students. They were arrested by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for enrolling in this fake university. The catch is the university was created by the Department of Homeland Security to lure students trying to overstay their visas. The students had immigrated legally to the U.S. on student visas and had transferred to the University of Farmington so that they could work. Authorities, they were telling them that they could work and go to school. 129 of those 130 arrested students are Indian, one of the largest immigration sweeps involving Indians in recent years. Now, the students were arrested in many different states as part of the sting operation. What they didn't know is the administrators they were talking to were government agents. It's illegal for international students to work off campus and go to school, but some attorneys close to the case say the students were led to believe otherwise. The U.S. government says the students knew that what they were doing, but here's the Indian ambassador to the U.S., Vardhan.
We are obviously concerned and distressed about the news that so many Indian students have been implicated in this issue regarding Farmington University. By Monday, we will have access to almost all our students. We are, of course, getting their details for the first time because we don't have the full information. We will also be advising them on legal options that are available.
India's spokesman for the Ministry of External Affairs is posting updates to his Twitter feed. He's sharing pictures of the different detention facilities like this one, ensuring that the government is doing all that they can do to help these students. Now, they also have a hotline that is set up to answer questions for family and friends that are connected to these students. We reached out to several family members, but they have denied to comment. Now, we want to know what you think about this. Do you think the students should have known better, or is the government totally in the right here? Hashtag, as always, hashtag AJ Newsgrid. I'll hand you back to Folly, though, who has more on this with our guests.
Indeed. I want to pick this up, Leah, with Sahar Aziz now, who's a professor of law at Rutgers University and director of the Center on Security, Race and Civil Rights. She's via Skype from New Jersey. Good to have you on the Newsgrid again. So, first of all, very simple, straightforward question. Is this legal?
Facially, yes, it is, so long as it is not entrapment. Entrapment is when a target does not have a predisposition to commit a particular crime and a federal agent creates that disposition, incentivizes them, tells them they should commit the crime. In this case, it's unclear whether these students who were targeted knew that what was happening, at least initially, was illegal. If the government agents are simply providing a means and opportunity to engage in a criminal act, then it is not entrapment. But there are a lot of open questions. Are these students, were they told by the recruiters that there was a loophole in the law and that by enrolling in this school, they didn't have to show up and they could stay? Or did the students, in fact, know that what was happening was illegal? And that's going to determine whether or not they, in fact, violated the law or whether they were gullible victims of recruiters and law enforcement, Homeland Security agents targeting them.
Is there a precedent for this, for ICE or Homeland Security trying to trick immigrants who are either considering outstaying their visas or more generally falling foul of immigration law in the U.S.? Have they done this before?
Yes, there was another university called Northern New Jersey University that was a fake university set up by ICE, and they indicted students in 2016. Again, similar scheme where they told students that if they enrolled, that they could continue to stay, that their F-1 visas would be extended because they could use their enrollment in this fake university as a basis to stay. So clearly the government is targeting international students, which begs the question of whether this is really policy priority. There are people who are undocumented who are committing violent crimes. And I think most Americans would agree that that should be the priority right now. And the students that are being targeted, we don't know whether they are, in fact, knowledgeable that what they're doing is illegal. Like with the Northern New Jersey University scam, many of these students were abroad. So they really thought they were enrolling in a university, and it wasn't until they came, or sometimes they never came after they sent their money, that they discovered that they were victims of a fraud.
And that was going to be my next question, in fact, Sahar. What does the government hope to achieve with this? Is this a way to crack down on illegal immigration? Is this just not just a drop in the ocean?
We have over 10 million individuals, that's the estimate, that are undocumented in the United States. 2/3 of them have been here for over 15 years, so they have established their roots, and most of them are law-abiding. There are 1 million lawful foreign students in the United States. 50% of them, over 50%, come from China and India. So what the United States government is doing through ICE and Homeland Security is encouraging India and China to send their students to Canada, to Australia, to other Western countries which compete with our universities to educate them, which means that the revenue goes there, and also the knowledge and the brain gain goes to other countries. So when you target 600 students, most of whom are from India, then you send a signal to the Indian government that we will not treat your students well.
Very interesting to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you so much for your insights. Sahar Aziz joining us there from New Jersey in the United States. And, you know,